We're back, bitches. It is Sunday, February 18th here in Las Vegas. Big things are happening, big moves are happening, life is happening, good vibes. It's all we got right now. All I want to say is, I'm ready to take this new year. Last year sucked for a lot of reasons. It was great for a lot of reasons, like I moved here, it was amazing, but I had a lot of shit going on. I had a lot of distractions, I had a lot of things that were outside of my control happen. And this year, I'm fully dedicated. This is like, not saying I wasn't last year, but at this point,
life hasn't fucked you up yet.
Yeah, like things are back rolling in the direction that they needed to be rolling. Like I remember when I first got into this, I didn't go out, I didn't hang out, I didn't go on trips, I didn't do anything. And the last couple of years, I've been able to kind of manage myself better and get better at what I do to make it possible to go on trips and do all these things. But this year, no trips, no vacations, no distractions, just bodybuilding. Right now, the plan is to grow. I'm trying to grow till May. Right now I'm sitting at 251. As you can probably tell, this is probably the biggest you've ever seen me. And I am week 4 of 20 in my growth phase. So we're gonna grow till May, then we'll assess things. If things are going to plan, I'm planning on hitting 7 to 8 shows this year. So this year is going to be a banger, a lot of bodybuilding content, a lot of preps, this is my first real off season and we're documenting it. Goal right now, I'm trying to get to a really good composition at 250, 255, maybe 260. We'll see. But yeah, I feel great. This is the best headspace I've been in. I'm, just like more personal shit. This is the only time in my adult life I haven't taken like anxiety meds, sleeping meds, anything like that. Like I feel great. I feel super motivated. I feel super like in it, the last quarter was shit. Like it was one shit storm after the other. I got sick, then I was back. Did I hurt my back when we shot that last video? I don't think I hurt no, it was November. So December this is a big update. In December.
This is news to me.
Yeah, I was lifting, you knew this, and I was squatting. I was warming up. I squatted 4 plates or something like that on the Roger squat, and I started feeling like a ton of pressure around my lower back, and I felt like I almost tweaked my hip, but I ignored it. Went up in weight, laced up my belt, squatted, and 2 squats in, I'm like, oh shit, I really jacked up my back. And Dennis and Nick are there keep pushing, keep pushing. So I finish out my set. I do 13 reps, stand up, take off my belt, and the most overwhelming sense of pressure in my back started to build. So I tried to just lift. I was stretching, trying to do some yoga poses to alleviate it. Didn't help. Then I did my hip thrusts, and I'm still trying to finish my workout, and I'm telling them I think I actually really jacked up my back. And we get to the quad extensions, and I'm sitting, and just sitting is excruciating pain. It's worse to sit than to stand. So I go drive home. I waddle in my house. I'm like, Nikki, I really think I did something. And then I went, laid down, tried getting up later in the night. I couldn't even stand. Tried sitting on the toilet, couldn't even sit. Went to 5 people, and everybody said I probably herniated an anterior disc. I didn't get any imaging done. Probably should have, but whatever. Did everything in my power. People told me I'd be down 8 weeks. Ended up being back squatting in 10 days. So luckily I'm surrounded by a ton of good resources. I had a ton of massages, ton of chiropractic work, dry needling. We did some active movement or active release therapy, so moving the joint around. I think a lot of it just has to do with really tight hips. So I've been working a lot on just hip mobility. Joe Sullivan, world record holder for the squat. I think the squat. He's a 7-time world record holder of some heavy lift.
He's strong.
He's strong. He fixed my squatting form. Now, like I said, that was back in December. Now we're sitting here in February, and I'm squatting pain-free. So I'm super blessed that I had that in my corner. Now, you know, I'm just really trying to protect the momentum. I have a lot of things that I'm trying to improve on. That's kind of a wrap up of just what's been going on right now. Like I said, it's 8 at night. Really been pushing my coaching. A lot of you
I had to stand up.
Okay.
I couldn't sit down. My arms were hurting.
Okay, you're fine. A lot of you probably know this. Some of you might not. Do coach full time. Been really pushing that. Off season means more time, and you know I'm trying to really put that into coaching. So if any of you guys are interested in like being coached and doing a show, hit me up on IG. So tonight, Sundays are typically my days off, but I have a couple clients that I had to reach up on or catch up on and write plans for. So basically what I do, sit down, I do a big questionnaire asking them like kind of things that go into like what are you eating, any food preferences, what's your life like, is it sedentary, are you moving around a lot, like what is your level of lifting capacity, like are you a beginner, have you been doing this for a while, are you trying to do a bucket list show? Are you trying to turn pro? I coach people from all different levels. So coaching has definitely been a grind for a lot of you guys. I actually had a kid at the gym yesterday come up to me and say, hey man, I really want to quit my job and become an influencer. And he was like, how realistic do you think that is? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not very realistic. You know, I train at Dragon's Lair. We have every pro top level guy coming in and out of the gym. And I said, of all the people that train at our gym, there's probably only 3 pros who they don't have any other source of income. Like it's strictly from being a professional bodybuilder, being an influencer. And I said, that's Keon, Mr. Olympia 212, Jen Dory, Miss Olympia Bikini, or Nick Walker. So, and everyone knows him. So my point is it is a grind. So if you are like, oh, I want to be a pro, it's not all like sunshine and roses. It is still a grind. Coaching is a grind. I've been coaching since 2020. And it's literally taken me 4 years for it to really start to grow into what it is now. Just like anything, it takes time. So I'm not saying don't do that. Not saying don't chase or pursue a career in this. I'm just saying it is a grind and not everybody loves it. You know, working with people is exhausting. I have around 40 guys that I work with now and they're blowing me up every day.
Wait, you're not just sitting on your phone?
Yeah, I'm not just sitting on my phone, you know, on the gram. There's a lot of good things about coaching. There's a lot of bad things about coaching. Personally, I love it and I enjoy it, but I'm not going to tell you it's not a grind. So yeah, for tonight, going to wrap up this, chill for a little bit, do a little bit of cardio. I'm only doing 20 minutes 5 times a week right now. Just like I said, really trying to get big. And then tomorrow, the week starts. We're going to hit a push day tomorrow. Unfortunately, this is my least favorite push day. We're using dumbbells. Really like the Smith machine right now. My elbow's been kind of bugging me, so the dumbbells are kind of just a bitch, but part of it. Can't be a bitch. Just gotta suck it up and bitch about it at home in the privacy of your own home. So that's the ticket.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So anyway, nice little catch up. Expect an exciting week filled with shit.
Well, it's not a whole week for them. It's just...
Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, you're gonna see a whole week worth of shit. But the nice thing is I will say the vibes are a lot better at the gym overall. Like vibes are great with me and Nick and Dennis. Before, when you guys were out here last time, I was in the thick of it. I was dying. I was eating nothing. You know, like I said, it was coming off a lot of shit, and that show happened, and then it was just like more shit. And then I got better, and then I got sick, and then I hurt my back. So been a lot of shit. So we're keeping that shit in 23, 24. You know, I always do well on odd numbers. I mean, even numbers. I'm retarded. I always do well in even numbers. I turned pro in 22, so I expect to have a big year this year. So anyway, expect good content. Maybe I'll do a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them below. But yeah, that is all for now. We might catch up on the treadmill or tomorrow at the gym. How to make sure all the rice is down. It is 12:20. I'm about to eat I'm eating my pre-workout meal. I usually tell people eat at least 45 minutes before training. So this is a little close, but it is what it is. We got a push day going on. It's the first time we've shot since November. First time in the gym back at home since
October.
Or was it October or September?
It was like October 1st. It was like literally beginning of October.
Yeah, so it's been a minute. So a lot of exciting things happening. I'll talk more about training and all that, like what's changed while we drive to the gym. But yeah, we're super excited. Me and Taylor, we're just talking about how wild it is that people make money off of streaming, and you're literally just sitting there receiving donations to do something you were already doing. Like
giving you
for
money.
a free service. People are just paying you for a free service. You could upload this to YouTube and nothing would happen and watch the whole thing. But instead, you're getting so turned. Hey, but I'm not hating, so because I might start streaming, and I don't want any of you to think, oh, I'm dumb for donating to Brock. Like,
it's fucking awesome.
We need it. No, it's awesome. Like, but it's just crazy. Everyone's making money, doing all sorts of wild shit. So
not everybody.
But the opportunity is out there to make money. So, I mean, and even just like people that make money just like off social media, you know, like
dude, straight up, your like coaching shit is nuts too.
Yeah, coaching, bodybuilding. Like, if you think about it, how crazy it is. Like, we're all just normal ass dudes who just like lift hard, have like relatively decent physiques. I think a lot of people follow me because they followed it from when I was like first into it, because it was relatively recently. You know, I did my first show 3 years ago in March, so it's still super soon. But yeah, it's just crazy how the world is evolving and how much social media and all these different outlets are creating opportunity to make money. But the dark side of that is now you have a bunch of kids who don't want to work because they just want to be influencers and they don't have any skills to do this. I think a lot of the successful people in the industry are business minded first, like the really, really successful people, and they are the ones that you see last, like Christian Guzman. He's been doing it forever. Bradley Martin, like guys like that who go into it kind of already with the business mindset, that lasts. But if you go into it and you're like, I just want to be a social media influencer for like this exact like niche, you're not going to advance, because eventually your audience is going to change. Like, if I only posted bodybuilding content for the next 40 years, you know, like eventually my audience is going to get older, you know, so you got to adapt, you got to evolve.
Wait, that's not what you're doing?
No.
Fuck.
So today we got the Action Such Hydraulic V2. This is without a doubt my favorite pre-workout I've ever taken, and I have a shit ton of pre-workout. So the reason why I like it, it has no caffeine, has a good pump formula, and I think it's the beta-alanine in it. But it makes you itch like a motherfucker. I feel like that's really what gets you going at the gym. For me personally, it's not like I take caffeine and I suddenly feel cracked out. I honestly don't even feel a difference when I take caffeine. But when you get the face tinglies, you're like, holy shit, I need to start lifting or I'm going to rip my face off. These lids never want to work. Is this the right lid? I don't think this is the right lid. It might be the right lid. Anyway, so this is my favorite pre-workout right now. It is a 10 out of 10. It was the right lid. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Look at it. Does that look on? That does not look on.
There's definitely a gap right there.
But it's not spilling, so
fuck it.
We're gonna. Oh. I'm telling you. Anyway, so this is the ticket right now. So yeah, hit the link down below. Action Sledge. Use code BRICK. Save some money. Make some gains. Best products. Now to the car. Should I tell the story?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it happened a few months ago. I swear to God, I told this story. So me and Nikki were doing our nightly walk. We're cruising up the street.
Oh, you did tell me that.
Did I tell the video of it?
I don't think you did.
We're at the bottom of the street, and all of a sudden I hear like a screeching noise and then just like a big explosion. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And we walk up, and there's this old lady like tweaking out. She was probably in her 60s, and she had just drove her car into the back of our neighbor's car at like 11 with the lights off. Hit it so hard, she pushed the whole back end. It was like a SUV. She pushed the back end and pushed the seats all the way up to the driver's seats, pushed the car up onto the road and hit the car in front of her. I'm like, dude, what the hell? It's like we're in a residential neighborhood. And the weird thing is we didn't see any lights coming. So it was like she was driving around with her lights off and was swerving. And then we go and we felt bad. So we wanted to go tell our neighbors like what we saw. So we went and told our neighbors. And they're like, yeah, she said that she's getting back surgery tomorrow and was on her way to go pick up her husband from the hospital or from the airport. And I'm like, if she's getting surgery on her back tomorrow, she's 100% driving on pain meds.
You know what I call that?
What's that? Meth. Dude, it was insane. So just typical Vegas activity. Just update on kind of what's going on with the training split. Last we left off, a lot's happened. We went all the way up through our training block, trying to get as heavy as possible. I was benching like 385. It was pretty insane, not gonna lie.
Did you ever touch 405?
I did not, because then I herniated my back. Literally the week that we were going to do the 405, I hurt my back and we dropped it all the way back. I went from that all the way back down to like 275 to like protect that. I was probably training like that for 3 to 4 weeks. So it kind of fucked everything up and just killed the momentum with that, which was definitely depressing to say the least. That was the first thing I said when I hurt my back. And even Nikki, she knew how bad I wanted to do it. She was like, that was my first thought, because I said, you know, I'm not going to be benching 400 pounds anytime soon. So anyway, that's kind of where we left off. I ended up naturally resetting just to stay like healthy. Nick and Dennis reset the training, or we started a new training block, and with that we just decreased the weight and we're just really solidifying movement patterns, making sure we're getting full depth of range and just, you know, right mechanical movements. You know, you can get very sloppy or a little more lackadaisical when you're pushing weight and you're way heavier. You're not as focused on the movement as much as you're focused on the load. So we just reset that. We're still doing the same movements, just lighter, slower, a little better range of motion. And then we're going to work back up on that. So I'm hoping by April, I'm benching 405, hopefully. So, I mean, I'm week 4. This is my 5th week of my growth phase. So I wouldn't be surprised if in another 10 weeks, I'm at least benching 385. So that's the goal, 405. Hopefully, you know, get like 8 or 9 plates on the Roger squat. So big goals in terms of weight. We're doing dumbbell rows now. Unfortunately, we won't get that this week because that is on Saturday. But we're working up with that. We haven't done any real I feel like we haven't done any free weight rowing movements at all, like barbell or anything. We were doing RDLs, but then we pulled them out when I hurt my back and Nick was experiencing like a lot of lower back pain. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with training. Gonna turn on some music, a little bit of Suicide Boys right before the gym starts. I listen to Dead Batteries every single day on my way to the gym. It's just a banger of all bangers. Been having elbow pain and I know it's from my triceps. Upped all my supplements today, so hoping my elbow pain goes down.
Like fish oils and stuff?
Yeah, fish oils.
Hey, what's up YouTube? How the fudge you doing?
Nick is very small right now. Moving up to the wellness division. What did you do? 25? 25 or 20? Now the fun shit. If I don't think about the elbow and I just press with my chest and I'm like trying to take my tricep out.
Basically saying use the appropriate muscles to lift the weight instead of thinking what to not lift with the weight with.
That's smart.
Completely next level.
Nick just has a more beautiful way of putting things. Double drop set. 180, 140, 100. 12, 12, 12. 12 to 15. Holy shit, god damn it. Throwing up on chest presses. If I attributed anything to my chest growth, it would be this machine. And Nick said the same shit. Nick is currently in his make every set hard era.
The get big as fuck era.
The 10 D-ball a day era. I was 248 and then he put me back on Cyclone. I went up to 250 and that was a month ago. So for 4 weeks, I've just weighed the same.
Chronic place for something. I'm like, fuck it, let me. Rolling down your block, it ain't shit for the center. Told that bitch get
We're done with that bullshit.
Xanax bars up in my drink before I pour. We never fuck with you, boy. Like you can. Take that motherfucking bed upside your skull. So full of them drugs, I might throw up. I knew I shouldn't.
We're all done. Wasn't a ton of talking today. Mondays are always kind of like that. We just try to get into it. I have to warm Nick up to all of my humor and bullshit. So by the weekend, we're chilling. So yeah, good lift today. You know, for whatever reason, my elbows are really bothering me. My biceps are really bothering me. I think the issue being is I'm really trying to bring up my arms, so I've been hitting them really hard. And now as a result, it's causing a little bit of issues. So hopefully I can get that resolved. I'm getting a massage on Thursday. Hopefully that dude can fix that shit up. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go home. I got 20 minutes of cardio, gonna hit that. And then probably take a nap, honestly, because I am gassed. And then, yeah, just chill. We've been pushing food hard. We've been pushing weight hard. So sleep is super important. And honestly, it's only 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna go home, do 20 minutes of cardio, take a nap, and then we're rolling. So thank you guys for subscribing. Please like, comment, share. Let me know kind of shit that you want to see, questions that you might have. So thank you guys again. And as always, peace out, bitches.